The President of the Republic, the Undersecretary of the Minister of Finance discuss the 2025 budget. They are also telling us here that they expect a rate change before January 1st. The President of the Republic, the Undersecretary of the Minister of Finance discuss the 2025 budget. They are also telling us here that they expect a rate change before January 1st. The President of the Republic, the Undersecretary of the Minister of Finance discuss the 2025 budget. They are also telling us here that they expect a rate change before January 1st. The President of the Republic, the Undersecretary of the Minister of Finance discuss the 2025 budget. They are also telling us here that they expect a rate change before January 1st. There is a lot of information hitting right now in Iraq. All the news is supporting a rate change before the end of the year. A huge change or transformation has occurred, a transformation of Iraq like no other they have ever experienced. It has come on the heels of being released from Chapter 7. I am in close contact with the CBI committee that is responsible for rolling out the project to delete the zeros. I get weekly statuses that are telling us that Iraq is only moving ahead and not backwards. I am told it won't be long. Exchange rate rises in local markets as dollar selling platform in Iraq nears completion. I will show you the thousands of places where IQD's type of bank will be. Those are the CBI private banks where you can exchange the IQD for whatever currency you want. If you're at a bank in Michigan, it's converted to American dollars. If you're in Australia, it's converted to Australian currency, and so forth and so forth. For everybody outside of Iraq it will be super easy because of all of these exchange centers they are setting up. Saudi Arabia worked heavily to get Iraq ready to be able to have accession to the WTO. You haven't heard about that lately, have you? Probably not. I haven't really either. The truth is it is ongoing in the background. Iraqi banks outside of Iraq. When you visit one of these banks, it may be easier to ask for the currency of the country you are in. You can then transfer the monies into your PayPal or bank account, whereas you would not be able to transfer the monies, using the Iraqi dinar, then convert the currency once you're back in the United States into US dollars. I did speak with a redemption center/redeeming bank contact who said they are expecting to work this weekend. This was surprising. He did not know if they are doing year-end stuff or something else. They were asked to bring laptops for some reason. Maybe some kind of training, and they will be calling clients for wealth management, or will it be redemption related? They do not know. Remember that redemption centers/redeeming banks are part of existing banks. And many people trained for our exchanges/redemptions work for those banks in wealth management already. My contacts are trained by banks to exchange foreign currencies, and they work in wealth management for the bank. TV is talking about allowing electronic passports to the United States of America. Cities like Los Angeles and Michigan. They're saying there are large numbers of Iraqis in those two USA states. Iraqis in USA will have money to get back here. Maybe if they give us our money, these Iraqi citizens will be able to travel back to the country they left. We think this means something. Frank, you're seeing it correctly. Sadoni is reaching out brilliantly to the core of Iraqis that ran away back in 2003. Sadoni is welcoming them back and making it easy for them with these passports. How do you feel about Chase Bank being in your country? Aki, it's okay. We work with all kinds of banks. Chase is going to be the largest player in the exchange of the Iraqi dinar. Chase is very vital to our monetary reform success. Chase is not in Iraq to lose money. Get ready. The exchange rate is about to rise again. The dollar selling platform will stop, and the shock is coming. The dollar auctions are what's the problem. That's where the corruption is, and that's about ready to go bye-bye because Alak said he's getting rid of the black market. The things he's doing is naturally gradually getting it done. I think by changing the exchange rate with Article 12 in the Gazette, budget being exposed, we're going to find out, they're not paying salaries and not reopening the oil after losing $20 billion to keep the exchange rate at 1,310. That doesn't make sense to anybody. Mr. Sami told me the dollar auctions were the main and only thing that was holding down the value of the Iraqi dinar, and now that Iraq has opened channels to the international countries for money transfers, and when the black market of the dollar auction closes, it will allow the value of our currency to go up. Frank, I agree with him 100%, the stoppage of the auctions is the key to everything. All of the other dominoes are going to fall one after the other at a very fast pace. Sudani is working very hard to make sure that he closes the auctions with everything in place in order to give you purchasing power he promised you. I am getting more rumors on rates. 2 more contractors believes it will be in the $3.92 range. The one I have most confidence is still staying quiet on the rate. He says yes, we had meetings, and are negotiating rates, but nothing more. I am told by my CBI contact that if it is successful after monitoring for inflation, then if all is good, the CBI will launch the project to delete the zeros, and we know what comes next. They will have to also launch the new peg of the IQD to the new basket of currencies. Are you happy yet? The U.S. Treasury Department announced on Tuesday that Iraq is no longer a major foreign holder of U.S. bonds. Shafak news agency reviewed the Treasury report for September, which showed that Iraq was not among the top 20 countries holding U.S. bonds, after it was ranked among the top holders last year with a holding of $32.6 billion. The report indicated that Japan topped the list of major countries in holding U.S. bonds, with holdings amounting to $1.123 trillion, followed by China in second place with holdings amounting to $772 billion, while the United Kingdom came in third with $764 billion, the Cayman Islands in fourth place with $420 billion, Luxembourg in fifth place with $417 billion, and Canada in sixth place with $370 billion. The report explained that Saudi Arabia was the only Arab country that maintained its position among the 20 largest holders of U.S. bonds, as its holdings amounted to $143.9 billion. The report indicated that the total holdings of U.S. bonds by countries around the world in September amounted to $8,872 billion. U.S. bonds are a type of debt instrument issued by the U.S. government to raise money, and many countries buy them as a safe investment. In the past years, many Arab and foreign countries, including Iraq, owned large amounts of these bonds, and over time, Iraq's holdings of U.S. bonds decreased until it left the list of the 20 largest countries holding these bonds. The Iraqi Ministry of Justice announced on Tuesday the signing of a contract to implement the electronic payment system and financial transfers for inmates in correctional departments, stressing that the aim of the procedure is to protect their money, reduce the burden on their families, and control the prices of shops inside prisons. The ministry explained in a statement received by Shafak news agency that the contract was signed between the Iraqi Reform Department and the Agricultural Cooperative Bank, one of the formations of the Ministry of Finance, within the framework of the government's orientations to adopt electronic payment, and within the directives of the Prime Minister in this regard. The statement added that the new system includes securing financial transfers for all inmates, issuing electronic payment cards